I remember the first time I saw Broadway, and so does Brenda. With us now, Brenda Bari. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Donna. I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So we are friends of friends, and I was so excited to meet with you. We have many things in common. One of them is we were both widowed, and what's so powerful and exciting about knowing you is the fact that you are a champion. You are someone that can help people through challenges. You became a life coach, but there's so many interesting facets of you as a woman, you know, running a business and doing all the things that you do. I was fascinated to know that you grew up in the city.
I did.
Steps away from Broadway.
That's right. Actually, I remember seeing my first Broadway show, Annie. I was so excited to see it. I think I was about 11, 12, somewhere in there. Yeah, love Broadway, love New York City. It's kind of like the heartbeat of New York City, isn't it?
It truly is.
Yeah, it's a stage.
And also fashion. So you went into becoming a well-known fashion person.
I started out my career, a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Kidding. As a fashion stylist. And I graduated college and was immediately very, very busy, traveling constantly, shooting for catalogs, magazines, fashion shows, and such. But not long after, some years after, I met my husband, fell in love, got married, and decided to start a family. So the constant travel wasn't compatible. I had to let that go. But I still do it in the back of my mind, the little runway.
Absolutely. When you talk about that, so when you get dressed in the morning, do you do the whole thing where you like turn around and you slowly move your head back to see if it looks good or no?
I don't have time for that. Okay. and I'm pretty practiced enough to not make a fool of myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I do love fashion.
You love fashion.
I do.
Then you became the mom of 6.
I did.
So take us through that experience.
Became a mom of 6. My husband and I, at the time he passed away, my late husband was a wine importer. So as in most small businesses, the whole family gets involved. I worked with him very closely. It wasn't necessarily my passion, but we had a great time with that. But along the way, I wanted to have my own thing again. Okay. And I needed something that was friendly, for my schedule as a mother, a very busy mother. And so I went into real estate because another thing that I love, fashion, is also architecture and the home and everything around us has always been
It's just the visuals.
Yeah, and it makes me feel so good when I'm in a beautiful space. So I was very drawn to that, and I realized I could blend it in with my scheduling needs. Okay. And I just took off from there. I've been doing real estate brokerage for 18 years.
Congratulations.
Oh God, is that long?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a fabulous, fabulous thing to do because you are really, really, really working with people and making a big difference and a big contribution to a thing that it makes a lot of difference in their life, right?
It truly does.
Where you live.
It's monumental.
Yeah.
It is monumental. It's one of the most important, biggest decisions of your life. It's a commitment. You know, a lot of times your real estate transactions last longer than your relationships with people, right?
They do. Well, certainly being in the real estate lasts for a very long time.
It does.
Yeah.
So you then you wrote a book.
Yeah, I've actually written 3 ebooks. I kept them short. I wanted them to be something easy for people to access, kind of quick reads packed with a lot of information, kind of trying to meet you where you are with what's in them. It has to do with, I'm a core energy life coach, certified professional coach. I use it quite a lot in my real estate work, but I also do have just strictly coaching clients. Okay. And the books really came about I always wanted to write books, but didn't really have the time. And I found the time in the quarantine. So I started with the first one. I titled it Bring Yourself Home. And I really wasn't talking about real estate there. I was talking about bringing ourselves back to who we are.
Yes, the essence of that.
Exactly. And in that book, I start to kind of tell a little bit about my path and how I got to where I am with the coaching and with learning all about how to sort of live our best lives, and not in a cliche way, but in a real way. And I was getting a lot of requests for coaching with the pandemic. A lot of people started panicking.
Brenda.
They're dealing with a lot of things: loss of home,
Yes.
loss of
Loved ones.
people, being sick themselves, loss of work, loss of social life, like so much.
Okay.
So much going on, triggering people and making people really reach out. I couldn't possibly address everyone myself, but I felt like it was a great time to take a moment and start writing books, and I
Great.
wanted them to be kind of quick.
Okay, and then book 2 and book 3 are
Okay, so
based on-
I did Bring Yourself Home.
Okay.
I did Success.
Okay.
And this comes from the philosophy of everyone you meet is your student and your teacher. And so it's about my 6 kids, and I basically attribute like a deep lesson that I feel like I have learned through each of their lives, really,
They're all
and their
different gems,
personalities.
right.
Yes, and I talk about, how to approach different things and what that means to me. And then in the last one, Style Your Home, Style Your Look, and Style Your Life, I talk about how all of the elements really come together and help you start to be more aware and get your focus where you want to go, as opposed to getting distracted by the very noisy things in life that get us all distracted, work and all the things that we have to keep up with.
And so coming home, they can actually go to your homepage.
Right.
They can go to your website.
Right.
This is like an appetizer. Coming on my show is all about like highlighting you,
Exactly.
shining the light on you, and then someone could reach out to you and know more.
Absolutely.
But your life right now has a happy turn.
It does. I just got
And you're in
remarried.
love.
I
And the
just got
greatest
remarried a
thing
week
is
ago.
Love.
Yeah.
So tell us about your Tom.
Yeah, so Tom is an amazing person in my life. He's now my husband, and he's amazing not just to me, but to my kids, and now we call them our kids. And it feels really lovely to kind of have that partner, someone that they are there. Thick, thin, doesn't matter. They're there.
On your ugly days, on your ugly crying days, on your whatever
according
days.
to him, I don't have ugly days, so there you go.
Oh,
He's a keeper.
He's definitely a keeper. Wishing you continued success
Thank you very
in
much.
all you do.
Thank you.
And I know that you're very philanthropic. You're doing so much for the
Yes.
community. And Brenda, it was a joy to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Donna.
And I want to go shopping with you because you could probably look at my silhouette and be like, that would look fabulous on you. So
Be careful of how many cards you bring with me, though. Okay.
Thank you, Brenda. Stay tuned. We've been living it up right here. We've got a great show. Continue to watch. Be well. Thank you. That was
Awesome.
fun.
Thank you.
Yay.